Welcome back to Upper Michigan Today. We are focusing on the heart today, a very important topic and a great time just to remind us all that we need to take care of our heart, we need to take care of our bodies, we need to stay on top of our appointments. This is a great reminder for me. I've got some calls to make after the show. I've been putting off appointments that I should get to. So let's talk a little bit more about some of those risk factors, the ones that we can control, and how, you mentioned if you have some of the ones you can't control, you should be paying a lot of attention to the ones that you can control. So what are those, and where do we begin?
So some of the ones that you can control. All right, let's start there. Smoking. So much data out there how that is negatively affecting your heart. Okay, so that's the first thing. If you have the opportunity to quit smoking, reduce smoking, whatever you can do, it's going to help. All right. Managing your weight. All right, that's another thing too, because the more weight you put on, the harder your heart's going to work.
Sure.
So it's just like any other muscle. If you're overweight and you walk around, your legs are going to be a little bit tired quicker, right?
Yeah.
So good diets, a lot of protein, stay away from processed foods, stay away from processed sugars, those kind of things, trans fats, stay away from all that kind of stuff. So everything that we've always heard. All
sure.
Right? So I need a nice colorful plate that I'm going to have. So I want veggies, I want wheats and barleys and everything else, and I got lean meats and fish and everything else like that. So that's a big thing.
Exercise.
Exercise,
Mm-hmm.
big thing.
Sedentary lifestyle versus an active lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
If that's something you can control as a patient, as a person, if you're leading a sedentary lifestyle, try and get into some exercise routine. Start slow, don't overdo it. Consult your doctor. Develop a plan with your physician.
And we're talking about 15-minute, 30-minute walks to start off.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be 2 hours in the gym.
Right.
No. It can be just moving.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the misconception, because the recommendation is actually 150 hours a week. And so if you break that down to 7 days, it's like, what is that, a half hour?
Yeah.
Half-hour day.
And then considering all the times you're moving and not necessarily exercising, but you're still getting physical activity, you're still lifting, you're using your muscles. That counts too.
Oh yeah, anything that you do to get off, like Kurt said, get up off your butt and then start moving. I mean, that's the biggest thing. That anything you can do. My dad's 80 years old and he still gets out and he still walks, 2 miles. And I'm like, whoa, dude, chill a little bit. But he's like, no, I got this new exercise routine.
That's amazing.
It's great, 45 minutes, and he's just doing light things, but that activity keeps him going.
Absolutely.
And it's gonna, no matter what age you are, if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, doesn't matter. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it.
And let's talk about the one I think we probably all could do better at, sleeping.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Good luck on that.
Yeah. But it's so important.
Yeah, it's a recovery mode. I mean, that's when your body is basically, everything that you've put it through for that daytime period, you go to sleep. Recommendation is 7 hours, somewhere around there, 7 to 8 hours, all right? That's when your body really heals itself, all right? So if it's no different than when you're working out and everything else. You need that day of rest, all right? If you go to the gym and you do that hour and you're really, really pumping yourself up and everything else, you still need that 1 day off to just let your body go, all right, now where are we going for it?
And then, of course, knowing your cholesterol, your blood pressure, your blood glucose levels. I don't even know where to begin. When you asked, do you know your blood pressure levels?
We have a
what does that mean? What's the base? Like, what are the numbers? I don't know. I genuinely am so far away from knowing.
So I think the new recommendation is like 120s to 130s on the top number, and the bottom number between 70 and 80.
What do those mean? What do those numbers mean?
So the top number is the pressure exerted on your vessel wall when your heart squeezes and it pumps. The bottom number is the constant pressure that's on that vessel wall. That's like your check valve. So it keeps that blood. That's the amount of pressure on that wall. So the less pressure you got on that vessel wall at rest and while it's working, the better off you are. The more pressure on that vessel, the harder your heart is working.
Okay.
So getting a baseline created, so
even
that you have
knowing
a
getting a
checkpoint.
baseline, that's really important. Let's get all of this up onto the screen right now. We talked about these 8 key elements, but these are things that you can do right now, today, to lower your risk and have a healthier heart. So I want to make sure you're aware of those things.
Oh, we're aware. We just really need to pay
just need to implement them.
Yes,
I mean,
they need
what
to
can
be
I
more
say?
at the forefront of my life. Is
Right,
what, yes.
right,
Yes.
Well, I'll start with awareness of what, those numbers mean in blood pressure, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. All right, well, we have so much more to get to. Let's take a break, and we will continue this important conversation when we come back.